Welcome back, everyone. This is Akanar here with more Sekiro. Last time, we managed to take down Genichiro. If only for the moment, but still a sweet victory nonetheless. And we learned so much about the story. We learned about the main objectives that lay in front of us. And we got to meet for the first time Isshin Ashina. Except it wasn't really for the first time because he's the goddamn Tengu. Holy shit, what a great character. Absolutely love Isshin Ashina. And yeah, we now have the information about the Mortal Blade and severing the ties of immortality. And we also have this Fountainhead aroma with the Lotus Flower in the Sunken Valley that we need to track down. We've got a couple big key objectives that we're going to be pressing on toward eventually here. What we're going to do first today is we're going to start here in the castle. We are going to explore a little bit more because there were some things. Aha! So one thing that we do have now is our new ninjutsu icon that shows up there. We'll see how many accidental ninjutsus we get. But we are here in the castle because we still had a couple doors at the bottom that only opened from the inside, and we also had this note about Sabimaru and the fact that it appears to only be, or that it's also here in the castle is what I mean to say. And so we're going to explore here because I had realized as I wait for this, we're going to wait for this guy to patrol around here and let him do his thing. But I had realized that one of the things that 3 games of Dark Souls and Bloodborne all teach you is that when you're in a room and there are railings, you don't need to think about any. The railings basically sort of limit your exploration because there's no point in thinking about going down. Except now we're playing Sekiro and we have to think about looking down and exploring down. This is the world that we're living in. So it finally that icon, getting used to that ninjutsu icon is going to take a little bit here. But it finally dawned on me. Now that is a far drop. We're still probably going to try it, but it had occurred to me, oh, there is a grappling point though. There's a grappling point. Okay, let's go ahead and take you out. Now I do also want to very quickly, I want to try the ninjutsu. I want to try it out because I think we have a couple guys over here. There are the guys that are sitting next to each other over here that I do want to just test this out on real quick, just to see what our new ability looks like. We got to try this out. So when we get this, we do that. And that confuses this guy and lets us get another backstab. Okay, so it just, that is a humongous spray of blood that we create. And I love that. It costs 6 spirit emblems. So we really cannot be just doing it all the time whenever we so please. But that is a great trick to have in your arsenal. Okay, cool. So now that we've tested that out, let's get down here. Let's go ahead and check out down. Let's head down into, oh, there's a whole bunch of dudes down here. Okay. So there's the Ashina Elite guy. Where is the next spot to fall to here? I was looking for another grappling hook point. Maybe we can ledge hang. And then I guess we just drop down onto that. Is that what we're doing here? That is a far fall, but we are living in Sekiro. So I guess we just go for that because I don't see necessarily. Maybe we'll drop down on the other side. That's about the only thing we could do differently here. How do I do that? I need to turn around, I guess? No. Okay, I'm just going to drop, I guess. Okay, that works fine. Now, I might use the ninjutsu here just to get a backstab on the big Ashina guy, because there's 4, unless we go out through here. Maybe we go out through here first. Can I do that? Because this can open our door. I don't know which door this is. I'm a little turned, maybe not turned around, but I'm not sure exactly, because there's the door that was by the front, and that is that's what this appears to be. Okay, so we've got, this is where the general was before. It was given the pep talk to the troops, so now that is open. We've got now at least that shortcut, so that's one item off our checklist. Now, If I do this ninjutsu on one of these guys, does it distract everybody? Let's try it and find out. So I am going to go for this guy. It does. It just distracts everybody. And we could theoretically keep chaining it together. But these guys are much weaker than the elite guy, so I don't need to worry about them as much. I'm starting to get more comfortable with the game, and taking on 2 of those guys at once is not nearly as scary as it once was. Some stairs here that don't look like they open. I am wondering at times. Okay. It doesn't seem to be... I don't think we've had any, like, vertical shortcuts that have opened. Any, like, ladders that we've kicked down. Have there been ladders at all? We don't need ladders when we have a grappling hook, right? That's a Dark Souls thing. So many ways of thinking that you get ingrained in from playing Dark Souls forever that you have to break. And this should be the door that leads to the outside, right? There we go. Okay, that was not very much to explore. We just needed to head down to the bottom. We just needed to look in the right place, looking over the railings. Once again, looking down is going to be my arch nemesis in this game. Goken's sugar. We've got a chest, and we got the item in front of the badass armor. I like that that headpiece there. Some more eel liver. And is this our Sabimaru? It is. Of course, it's a shinobi prosthetic upgrade. Okay. The name was so similar to our Kusabimaru, so I wasn't exactly sure, but there's nothing on our menu. We're sticking with the Kusabimaru the whole game, right? I would be really surprised the way this game has been set up now if we actually switched weapons. But this is another prosthetic upgrade that makes a lot of sense. An ancient Kodachi short sword, its blade modeled with bluish rust, can be fitted to the shinobi prosthetic, forged by the Ashina clan to resist the inhuman evil that had invaded Ashina in times long forgotten. It was the poisonous gift of the blue rust that finally drove the spirits out. We also had read, I think, part of the text from the... Let's look at it again here, the Sabimaru memo. Supposedly, the blade's poisonous blue rust could drive off even the inhuman Okami warrior women. I don't think we've run into them yet. I think that enemy is supposed to be somewhere in the Sunken Valley. It does make me curious whether this is an enemy that's similar to Headless. Would we have been able to interact with Headless using this? Okay, that looks like that is all there is to the story here. Let me just take another quick look around, but I think we're gonna head back to the temple then and get our new upgrade installed. And yeah, that's all she wrote. Let's go ahead and head back. Great. That was not an extensive exploration, but a very useful one. Great to pick up I mean, we have now finally extensively, I think, there's probably some stuff that I've missed, but it feels like now the castle, at least the main building, we can finally say we've given it our due diligence. So let's get our Kusabimaru. I forgot our guy over here is still sick with the dragon rot. I'm gonna wait a little while before I do another dragon rot restoration. I'm gonna hope that it's like last time where we can, wait for it to build up a little bit with some different people and try to get... My value brain wants to try to get dragon rot value. Hopefully y'all don't mind. The people who are coughing won't mind. Have you been holding an idol before like this? I don't remember if you actually had something that you were sculpting before. I have also, as a quick note, I think, resolved the settings with the monocular. I had not, for whatever reason, thought to check field of depth. I even said it at one point, but it didn't occur to me that that's probably a actual graphics setting that you can adjust. And sure enough, turning that off resolves the issue. Thank you very much to the helpful viewers out there that cued me in on that. But you do have an idol here, which maybe we could get a better view of from another angle here. There's not really a face, is there? I thought maybe there was a face, but so let's see what he has to say. He puts it away. He just is like, no, don't look at that. Don't look at that. It's not ready yet. That was funny. Let's get our new prosthetic tool, though. Sabi Maru. Oh, it does say that it applies the poison status abnormality. I guess maybe it did say poisonous rust, but I hadn't put that together, that it actually literally applies poison. That's something that I'm interested to try out, because I've never done anything with like poison in any of the Dark Souls games. It always felt like just kind of worthless, because the enemies that you wanted to poison, or that I always wanted to poison, were bosses. And bosses could really never be poisoned. They were always like immune to it, or had such a high resistance that it just wasn't worth the time. So building up this poison dot on the big enemy where you get value over time from your damage was never a thing. And so I just never paid any attention to it. I wonder if we can do it in this game. Could we potentially against maybe mini bosses, even if not against bosses? But let's get it unlocked here. I guess I'll just look at the... Oh, wow, there's a combo. I love how it just chains together the R2s there. Perform a flurry of attacks with both the sword and Sabi Maru. You use your sword along with it. Sabi Maru's attacks inflict the poison status abnormality. Huh. I wonder how much that costs. Let's go ahead and get it, and we'll find out. Let's look at our... We do have some sen that we could potentially spend, except we don't really still have... I guess the upgrades now that we can purchase are the 400 variety, but we have quite a few materials, upgrade materials now. We have our loaded spear we still have yet to use, but I think we might be doing that today, because I think we're going to give a look at the dungeon. And I think that's where that one big enemy with the makeshift armor is supposed to be. There's an upgrade to the axe that makes you do the spin to win. Okay, so we don't really have anything yet to consider on the upgrade tree, so let's go ahead and quickly... Let's quickly try out our new prosthetic here. Sabi Maru. It only costs 1. I like that. But maybe it costs 1 for each part of the combo. Oops, I meant... Go ahead and switch over to that here. And let's see... Let's kind of see how it looks first of all. So it's kind of got its own little... I guess it's got its own little scabbard there. And then when we're yeah, each part of the combo costs 1. So each swing. That's what I would have expected. It's got that little poison. You see the little poison trail left in the air. That's cool. Okay. Maybe I will keep this on the bar for now, and we'll try this out. Now, quickly, let's head to... We're going to try to check some items off the list here. We've got the castle now, which feels mostly... at least the main building feels like it's explored. We're going to head back to Hirata Estate. Because I think I finally have this figured out. We have this one piece of loot that's been bugging me. We're going to quickly run along here and get to... We're not going to go up on top of that building, because it turns out that that was a red herring that was causing me to overthink this. And as you might be realizing as watching this playthrough, or if you've watched me play or stream other games, overcomplication is my thing. It just is... I get focused on the wrong thing. I get focused on something that is, and I think this might also be, 3 Dark Souls games sort of coming back to bite me. The fact that I look at this here and I see, oh, there's an item on the other side. Dark Souls, you don't go through the barrier, right? You have to find a way around it. And I just, once again, looking down and considering the fact that you could crouch just never occurred to me. And once I got this idea about, oh, there's a passageway on the other side, there must be something with the river and grappling hook spots. And overcomplication and fixating on the wrong thing kicked in. We finally got there, though. Let's get our item. It's a possession balloon. Great. the most the most awesome prize of all at the end of our overcomplication rainbow. Okay. I think we can finally now say, who knows what we might have missed, but Hirata Estate now feels checked off the list in my book. It might take me a while. It might take me several times, and overcomplication will happen, but I like to think I get there. I do eventually get there, at least when the item I can see. At least with the items I can see. It's when they're like, you know, hidden behind sus walls, or there's something that you have to do, like hold an emote for 20 seconds or something, making contact. But, okay, let's go ahead. We're gonna head back now to, I guess, the last communed idol. It doesn't matter which one. We're gonna head to the dungeon. This is I guess, the part of the castle that we have not explored. It technically is, I think, part of the reservoir, but it also is listed under, the Ashina Castle points, and we have not checked it out yet. So let's give a look and see what is going on with the dungeon. I don't know exactly how much there is going to be to this, but I was a little hesitant to look in here just because the last dungeon that I went poking around in was Irithyll Dungeon in DS3, and that was not a pleasant experience. We're going to be on the lookout here for loot, or we're going to be ready for loot that might, you know, scream at us and try to scare the heck out of us. It might not be that kind of thing, though. Is that a bug? Oh my god. There are crickets? Or roaches? Well, we might not get screaming loot, but I am not a fan of this kind of bug. I'm actually kind of okay with spiders. I don't really mind spiders too much, but crickets and roaches and that kind of, I know crickets and roaches are not that close together, but it's the similar sort of shape. There's something about this. They're so twitchy. Okay, there are also a bunch of guys on the ground, or maybe some of them are dead. Okay, we're gonna take out these bugs, because I don't want to screw with you if I can help it. Except I'm hitting the corpse on the ground. All right, now I'm hearing various sounds. Aha. So the hollows do come to life here. They're not exactly hollows, but I guess they are the prisoners. They kind of look hollowed, and I was gonna say they look kind of like Hanbei. They look like the Undying. And we do have a bit of a catacomb sort of deal here. You're just gonna keep coming back to life. So we need to keep moving. I saw the passageway over here. Let's get this loot. Not that, hold on. Pacifying agent. There's gonna be terror in this place? Oh god. Okay, well this is adding an element of exploration here that's going to be... oh, wait. Oh, you can kill them if you kill them twice. I see. I thought you were just going to keep dying and coming back to life. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that guy. It doesn't look like he can actually come out of his little cell there for whatever reason. So they also drop pacifying agent. This guy over here looks like he's going to get up. Maybe not. So they can be killed. This is a dungeon, all right. It does have that. I hate dungeons. It is one of my least favorite spots in these games. Which ones of these are going to? Huh. Okay, so not all of them aggro to you, and you can't even damage the ones that don't aggro to you, which is nice. What is this here? Oh my god, are you serious? Oh my god. Maybe I need to put back the depth of field settings on the monocular. No thanks. Oh my god, I hate it. Let's check in here. Oh, we can talk to... never mind, it's a remnant. I thought we could talk to that guy first. A rotting prisoner's note. Left by a dead and rotting man in the abandoned dungeon, supposedly the fragrant stone is enshrined in a village in the Ashina depths. The fragrant stone. But how to interpret throw oneself? This is as far as that old Akami tome could take me. But did they truly reach the Fountainhead Palace? I'd like to know, but it seems I never will. Kotaro, forgive me. That's a name we are not familiar with, I don't think. Ashina Depths. Is this another reference to the Sunken Valley? The Fountainhead Palace. That part, it must be a future location. We've obviously talked about it with Kuro and talking about the Fountainhead aroma. That part doesn't necessarily all make sense to me yet. Maybe God damn it. God damn it. Bugs. I hate it. I hate it. That scared the shit out of me. I might go ahead and switch to Whirlwind Slash here. God damn it, you hit me. You must die. I don't like it. I don't like this kind of bug. We're gonna press on. We'll make it through here. But my level of comfort is definitely going to be not at a high in this place. Looking out for bugs. Trying to keep a lookout for bugs. Is this a friend or foe? Trying to target you. Doesn't seem I can target you. There is a talk option. Okay. Let's see if there are going to be enemies that come alive looking for... I'm gonna guess they're crickets. This guy's coming alive. It's nice that our attack power is up to 4 now. We're not having too much trouble here with these guys. All right, well, this would have been an okay place. Now that we're checking out here, this would have been an all right place to go before dealing with Headless, because we could have gotten some pacifying agent for free. There's this lower area as well we need to check out at some point. This is just where we started. Okay, let's talk to this person over here. Take a look at them as well. What are you wearing? Is this like the outfit for dealing with the all the undying in the dungeon? Oh, the blood and yeah, it's almost like a... I have no idea what a doctor's or nurse's outfit would look like in this sort of setting. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to be. But let's talk. That's what I'd like to know. Oh. I see. Now that name we have heard. This was somebody mentioned by Emma in connection with the whole rejuvenating waters thing. I seem to remember, I think this guy saved a bunch of the work or recovered a bunch of it after it was like burned or it was attempted to be burned. Surgeon's bloody letter. A worn and bloodstained letter from Dosaku, the surgeon in the abandoned dungeon. Required one tough man, preferably a strong samurai, or a young, large soldier, such as a member of the Taro troop. Must be delivered unharmed. Dosaku. Sounds like another reference to the big guy we've heard talked about by the little eavesdrop that we did on the troops on the bridge. The Taro troop they mentioned as well.
司祭はお渡しした紙を。余計なことは互いに知らぬが良いと存じます。
Oh, is that how we're gonna play this, huh?
忍びのお方、司祭は余計なこと。
Emma was talking to you about us. I would like to know a lot more about that. Doesn't look like we can go in there. We read the letter though. I think we've got the details, but I'll just, that's not where I wanted to go. We'll just double check it here to be sure. Rotting prisoner. No, that was the one we found a minute ago. The surgeon's bloody letter is the one we want. It says the same thing. Okay. Must be delivered unharmed. Must be delivered unharmed. Are we going to have to, like, battle this guy, but then not do a death blow? All right, let's look over here. I'm getting locked onto the enemies down below. Oh, he grabbed me. Oopsie. Whoopsie. All right, please don't do that again. Never again. We probably need to move around the enemies a little bit more. A red lump. Consumed to gain red eyes and reduce flinching from enemy attacks, but also prohibits the use of resurrection. God damn, what is... It looks like a brain. A red mass is the lingering trace of one who was unable to achieve their desires. Slightly warm to the touch, it pulsates softly. Also reminds me of the queenly flesh from Bloodborne. What, it writhes eerily? Consumed to gain red eyes. We can give ourselves red eyes. Prohibits resurrection, but reduces flinching. I don't know exactly what classifies as flinching. Does that mean we get sort of like, yeah, what exactly is that talking about? Is it something that specifically is happening here in the dungeon? God damn it. And there's bugs behind me as well. Get out of here. No, okay, I thought he was done for some reason. All right, you did a little more damage than the other guy. We're gonna do a regroup here. We're gonna do a regroup. We're gonna drink. We get a lot of value now out of our gourds. I need you to like do your attack and then I get away. Is that what we're doing here? Also, you're almost dead. We didn't get grabbed by the first few enemies, so we need to figure out the best way to avoid that. Come on. I'm going to assume that once they kind of lunge forward, that's where the grab is happening, and we just need to sort of avoid that. We got to bite down. They drop those, huh? Ah, what an absolutely disgusting place. I hate it. There is an idol down here, though. I'm going to grab that. Let's get the idol at least. There is a cage here, which looks absolutely lovely. We are not going to rest yet. Can I interact with this at all? What is the cage here for? I mean, it is a dungeon. It is a dungeon, but this feels like a cage that is mobile. So, somebody was supposed to be transported in this? Is this water? Oh my goodness. We'll check that out in a minute. Let's explore the bottom section down here. More bugs to deal with, I'm sure. Here we go. I do like the whirlwind slash for these guys. Does a very good job at cleaning up the bugs. They're giving us oil. Giving us oil, which maybe is some sort of clue that we should be thinking about fire. All right, can I actually get the drop on one of you for once? Can I actually get the drop on you? That would be nice. And then I need to wait till you are alive. Oh, except you immediately are onto me. Wait for you to do the lunge. It is nice that it is not a complete undying situation. When the first guy got up, I immediately was thinking, oh no, this is going to be my worst nightmare. Because I love to kind of take my time and slowly, methodically go through a place. But then when you, when enemies are constantly just getting up all the time in like a catacomb sort of situation, that kind of throws a wrench into that. But that's not fully the deal here. Crumbling Offering Tower. Here lie the vassals of the Ashina clan executed after the Great Rebellion. May their spirits rest. The vassals of the Ashina clan executed after the Great Rebellion. So there was some sort of rebellion against Ishin Ashina that was put down. I think that's the first mention we've heard of that. That's interesting. What's down here? Oh boy. That looks like a very similar enemy. A very similar enemy to Headless. There's purple glowy stuff going on. Oh boy. Except this time it looks like you might have more magic style attacks or ranged attacks. That's great. That's just awesome. Mibu Balloon of Soul. Okay, what do we want to do about this? We can get out of here. There are grappling points if we do drop down. I guess let's investigate the situation. We have made our next skill point. I think I might go grab that item over there first. Shichimen Warrior, mid-air death blow. You jump towards a leaping enemy, and when a red symbol appears... Okay, so apparently we can get a mid-air death blow. These... Oh my god, these the faces on these... purple orbs. We got a balloon of soul. We're hiding behind here for the moment while I collect myself and figure out what I want to do. So they told us about a mid-air death blow. Okay, can we... How are we going to get to this guy? There's so many of these orbs. Did we at least do damage to you? There's terror. I see the terror building up here. We keep building up the terror when I guess it was from us. Oh god. Oh my god. The big balls. Oh my goodness. How am I not getting hit by that? So I think the terror must have been building up when I was going in close to the enemy. Why was it? Man, I wish I could... That message that it put on the screen, I wish it would... There was a way for me to, like, look that up here in, like, a log, right? If there was a log of messages that I could look at to see, what did it just tell me? Because I really didn't get a chance to read that when you're trying to sort of get your bearings in a situation like this. I'm going to use the Akko Spirit's Fall here. That is so much terror that's building up. I'm going to have to use a pacifying agent, but I might be stood still for a second when I'm using this, and that's going to get me hit one more time. Avoiding those things is pretty tough. It's pretty tough. We need to resurrect. So let's try to make it to the other side. Oh, we can't. There's a gate there. There is a fog gate. So I said I was able to get out, which I think is what I'm going to do. If it'll let me. If it'll let me. It gave me a message about... It gave me a message about the mid-air death blow, but I wish... I think I might actually just look at my... I might look at my recording quickly to see. But let's explore down here. But I think we've actually explored all there is before going forward. So we're gonna put a hold on that for now. Let's explore in this other direction. We're gonna rest to get our res back. And we're gonna explore in this direction. Dealing with the terror. Dealing with the terror is going to be... That is going to be a recurring theme in this game, isn't it? I guess that was safe to assume. They're not going to have an entire mechanic that's just with one enemy, headless. At least our movement wasn't being slowed there. That is one positive. We got some scrap iron at least. But they were blocking our way forward there. Fishies? There's a couple of them, I think. I'm just spamming R1 until they come close. That seems to be an okay way to go to deal with the fish. I'd love it if there was a carp down here. Oh, these are enemies here. Okay, hold on. I was gonna say, can I not stand there? So there's one guy here and one guy over there. Let's go ahead and take this. Oh, there's multiple. That's okay. These guys are not too tough. No big deal. No ninjutsu required. We're probably going to need a lot more pacifying agent. Gunpowder, scrap iron, coin purses. Lots of good stuff here. Good stuff that we are finding. There is a way to go further with the... It's not really a river as much as it is just an underwater reservoir? Question mark? Oh, there's a gun guy behind. Let's get him first. Poorly timed. It's just the fish aggro to me, right? Do I get anything for killing these guys? Other than experience, right? We get a little bit of experience, but I don't think they've dropped anything yet. I guess we'll just keep killing them just in case. What are we finding this way? What is this? What do we have here? Operate mechanism. Do we actually have an elevator? I think we actually have an elevator. That's what it feels like, at least. Is this our first elevator in the game? Just looking around for anything else that might be here. But yeah, we have an elevator, I think. Let's go. Oh, it actually is going up. Why did I think it was taking us down? Is this somewhere we've been before? I think... Oh. Yes? Who is speaking to me? I actually don't think we've been here before, because I'm looking outside and it does not look familiar. But we're going to get the sculptor's idol first and foremost. Grab that ASAP. Where have we ended up? Let's take a look at... Oh my god, it says talk. Were we being... This is who was talking to us?
今や御仏の教えより外れたが、皆そうであることを捨て、死なずの探求に見入られてしまいました。虜となれば何をされるかわかりません。お帰りになられた方が良いでしょう。それでももしこの千宝寺に入る理由があるのならば止めることはいたしません。ただどうかお気をつけて。
Okay, we're being talked to by the tapestry on the wall. That's definitely not strange at all. I forgot to check first of all what this it is another warp point here into Mount Congo, and it's actually just called Senpo Temple. So did we find a back door?
それでも進まれるのですね。せめて私たちがあなたのご無事をお祈りしましょう。
I hadn't quite decided to look or continue yet. I kind of just wanted to take a closer look. I suppose this makes sense. I say that sometimes as if something really does make sense. It makes more sense that there is an actual entrance to Senpo Temple. I wasn't expecting to find an entirely new zone here. I definitely was not expecting that. Who the hell are you? You were warning us about the fact that the people here have kind of lost their way. They've gotten wrapped up in this search for immortality, and they're not to be messed with. And we really should be careful if we're going to start going this way. So I don't really want to go this way yet. I was not expecting to get a brand new zone. We got here via elevator. The turning doors. What are we calling them? The doors in the wall, the sus walls that feel more like space and time wormholes. This elevator feels very much the same. Like this, I don't know. It doesn't feel like things are this closely related geographically, but I probably am just not familiar enough with the geography yet. Okay, so then I guess if we're here in the dungeon, the only thing left in the dungeon is there's no further to go this direction. The only thing left is that warrior with the terror. I missed this item here. Aqua sugar, nice. All right, I did go ahead and I looked at my recording real quick just to see what that text was. I wanted to see the text that was displayed on the screen for this encounter here. We'll try to deal with the enemy on our trail here, maybe, unless you gave up. And there was a very crucial piece of information that I missed, that I was not able to absorb, and that is the fact that it's not just the fact that the enemy is jumping in the air, it's that we need to jump in the air along with it. And then that reminded me of the fact that we picked up a skill from the Black Hat Badger. We have this anti-air death blow. I was bemoaning the fact that there's no log of the tutorial messages, which I am still a little bit critical of. There are certain general tutorial messages like guarding to recover your posture. I think was early on in the outskirts, one of the general fights where that was shown to us. General messages like that, I do wish that there was a log that I could review in order to see how to do those things without having to look at my footage or without having to play another fresh file. But in this case, we do have this anti-air death blow, and I think that's what the game was telling us about. It was reminding us that, hey, when the enemy jumps, if you jump with them, you can maybe perform a death blow. And it looks like that's what we've got in this fight, because that enemy was definitely taking to the air. It's just a matter of when. So I think, though, it's not completely like headless. in at least we were doing a little bit of damage, but we were also taking a bunch of terror. We need to be a little more strategic about when we are what was I gonna say? When we are trying to dodge the orbs, there is cover. There is like at least one pillar, and maybe there's others in the room that we could potentially use. So we'll see if we can take that and use it in our favor. Let's put Pacifying Agent on our bar here, and we'll leave the Spirit Fall as well, because maybe we still want to do some damage. I'm not sure, or if the only thing we need to look for is a death blow in the air. If that lets us get a death blow, I mean, what's the point in doing damage if you can just get a death blow? But we need to be ready to take to the air. I think that's going to be the trick. So let's give this another shot. We do need to be careful about this aura that's there when like as soon as he gets that aura on the ground like that, that's when the terror starts building up, right? Try to use the cover to our advantage. See, he's in the air there. So how can we... And he takes it to the air again. He's in the air actually a lot, isn't he? So the only question is, how do we get close without also getting hit by the terror? Recognizing the attacks and going in at the appropriate time. That's what we want to attempt to do here. How do I get you to jump, though? How do I get you to jump? And then when you do jump, how do I get close to you? I changed directions at the exact wrong time. How do we get him to jump? Because it seemed like the only thing he was doing there was just spawning orbs. But then when we were far away, he was jumping like all over the place. See, now he's up in the air. Do I need to hide? Do I need to hide in order to get him to jump? Let's wait for this this next big one to go away. How do I trigger you to go into the air? Like, we could also just be trying to do regular damage on you. It's very difficult avoiding these attacks. At least I haven't figured out exactly the way to do this. Is there any other... Running seems to be the best way. We don't want to go in when he's doing the aura on the ground, though. This is a toughie, because there's so much terror to dodge. And it seems anytime that I want to go in close, there's that aura on the ground. The air he took to the air, fuck. Ah, it wasn't, damn it. Damn it. Okay, we're getting him to take to the air, but I'm not in the right position to take advantage of it. So let's go out, back over here, and dodge the big orb, if we can. Oh my god. So attacking him a little bit, maybe that's the way to go. These big orbs are the scariest because they seem to build up the terror like instantaneously. You actually hit pretty hard. This is the only place for cover, isn't it? Maybe not. Maybe we can use some... It's the only one that's like out in the open. We're gonna just patiently wait out these bigger attacks. Shit. Let's use a pacifying agent here. And we need a healing gourd, actually, because those also do damage in addition to terror damage. Not the big ones. Oh my god. Got impatient. We are at least doing damage. It's nice that we don't have to have divine confetti for this necessarily. Dang it. I don't know if I have to retreat all the way over here. It definitely is the safest spot so far because he doesn't really come after us. And the orbs don't seem to go around. I ran directly into one of those. We're just not dealing a ton of damage, right? I forgot I can deflect. I can do the regular attack and deflect still. He's in the air. God damn it. That was my opening. Not in the right spot, apparently. Okay, I don't want to accidentally take terror here. I know he's in the air, but I need to just take a retreat for the moment. We're doing some damage. Maybe I should be using the Spirit Fall here. Well, that was a mistake. How do I get the spot? I do not understand how this mid-air deathblow thing works. I do not get it. I must not be close enough? It's a bit of a mystery. This guy is very, I mean, I am also kind of, you know, a slow player. And I could maybe be more aggressive in some spots. Should have deflected that. Where am I supposed to be? Do I need to be like directly under him? Is that what I'm screwing up? We've done a bit of a role reversal here where he's the one behind the pillar now. So these things do move closer to me a little bit at a time, don't they? That's annoying. He's got the big ones coming. God damn it. What is my opening? Let's also check around. There is an item over here. Black gunpowder? Okay. Fuck. I forgot I do have Shadow Rush. Shadow Rush is a thing that I do have. I am out of healing gourds. All right, are we continuing this? Am I going to continue this particular attempt? I guess we'll keep it going. I don't know if I can make it through. We're just not dealing enough damage to you. Let's use some pellets. I don't want to give up just yet. I was hoping the hitbox on the pillar would come into play there. Ooh, that's nice that those are getting hit by the, Oh, we can use this maybe to our advantage. Yeah, there's a nice little alcove here. Actually, this positioning is not bad for us. Especially because it seems to, like, despawn. I got greedy there. I was gonna say, it seems like it despawns the, some of the orbs that he's spawning. I did not deflect that, apparently. Let's wait for some of these medium orbs to get out of here. I am not deflecting. I wish I could figure out this midair death blow. I feel like I jumped at him so many times in midair, and I never saw any sort of a red symbol. It gave us the prompt to use it in this room. What am I missing? Let's look at this again here. Anti-air death blow. Jumping towards them. Let's... Near an enemy high up in the air. It felt like I got pretty near that enemy. I think this is... it feels like it is less about doing this anti-air death blow than it is just about me doing enough damage. We're going to switch this to the Shadow Rush. We don't need to worry about ninjutsu. We'll leave the rest of this the way it is. Do I want to be using... We could try doing poison to see if poison works. Maybe I'll try the poison. Let's give that a try. It would be very interesting to know if these enemies can be... If this kind of an enemy, a mini-boss like this, could be poisoned. That could be very useful. let's give this another go. I don't know where the big... Well, that was a rip. I lost track of where that pillar was. We're going to reset. We're going to reset. There's also an item here. More pacifying agent. I'll take it. Let's reset this, though. That one doesn't count. Let's try to get a little bit more progress before we commit ourselves. Part of the problem with doing the poison strat is that it's going to require so many hits. That does go pretty fast, though. I was not paying attention to my terror at all. Whoops. I don't think we poisoned you. So let's do another reset. I wonder if it's easy to tell when you actually do poison them. I should not be running around out here, though. I don't think we're poisoning you. I really need to be deflecting that. That is not, I'm going way too greedy. Getting way too greedy. He comes on a backswing. I don't know why I'm not deflecting that. I think at least we found a strategy, which is stay in close. I'm sort of panicking and hitting buttons like jump and stuff when I should be deflecting. Hold on. No. God damn it. No, I don't want that attack. I don't want that one. Yeah, if we stay in close, this is a good strategy. The strategy is to stay in close. When I get far away like this, yes, I have cover, but he's also sort of endlessly spawning shit. And it's so much better for us if he is just trying to battle us in melee combat. And I need to deflect. I'm I'm gonna keep trying for this mid-air death blow, but I don't think we're gonna be able to get it. We do need to be wary of that. Jet. No, I don't want the terror to build up. That is the aura on the ground that builds up the terror. Also, these big orbs here. God damn it. I'm a little... I think if I keep running there, I'm panicking because it's getting so close and the big ones are tracking me so well. But I don't need to be that panicked. Like, I think if I just keep moving, it's okay. Maybe. Kind of. Okay, we got a death blow, please. I don't know why it didn't trigger the first time, and that means we do get a res. Wait, now what? Hello? Do we actually get a second phase? Oh my goodness. There is actually a whole new set of attacks now. Or at least one new attack that I've seen. Maybe it's not a completely new set. No. I got slowed down. Man, I need to actually get some health. What am I doing? Hold on here. I don't have any Akko's Sugar. I could use an Akko's Sugar, actually. I was thinking I don't have any Akko's Spirit Fall, but we could use a Sugar to try to get more attack power. After we go, I should have maybe used it a little bit later. Where'd you go? I hate that he's in the middle of a group of those things. That's the attack that I hate. Especially when I'm not close to cover. And my sugar is all running out, although I think it was already out. All right, where are you at here? No. I did not mean to jump there. I was trying to turn and run for cover. It is so difficult when you are standing in the middle of everything. Shit. It feels like, oh my goodness. I thought he was spawning the big ones. He is spawning the big ones eventually, but I need to be behind cover while he spawns the little ones. It does feel like he's gotten into much more of a annoying pattern in this phase. It felt like we had him in a pretty good pattern. Shit. I ran directly into that thing. Why did I think... I don't know what I thought there. All right, we're gonna get some... We're gonna get a pellet. I could use a Divine Grass if I need to. The Shichimen Warrior. Boy, is he an annoying one. It does feel like those attacks, the ones that he spawns around him, home in on me a lot more quickly than they did in the first phase. They were just sort of like passively floating around, it felt like, in phase 1, and now they are much more on my case. Which makes him much harder to hit. God damn. How do I fucking get to you, Jesus Christ? Is there some way to deal with these orbs that I haven't realized yet? I'm going to go ahead and use a Divine Grass. Right? I still have a res. We don't have to use it just yet. But also I get much more value now out of it than if I'm at half health. Do I want to do anything else? It feels like we're close to getting this guy. I might use some more sugar. That might be a good idea. Just some Ungo's sugar just to reduce damage might be a good plan. But we're going to use... We're going to get the full heal here, I think. And then I'm going to use the Akko's sugar. Sorry, Ungo's sugar. Especially because he's doing this thing now. I don't want to bait him into melee attacks. Out of my game. Out of my game. Dork. Gosh, it took so fucking long to kill this guy. Jesus Christ. I really wish we could have gotten that midair death blow. I'm probably missing something on how it's done, but it seemed like it wasn't possible. But we got the job done with just the regular old hit the enemy until he's dead. Much less of a stressful fight than Headless. Being able to move around and run is such a difference. So yes, we had a bunch of crazy terror attacks on our case. But we made it through. Ceremonial Tonto. Dagger with a stark white blade and hilt. It's kind of cool looking. Converts vitality into spirit emblems. hello, we have a way similar to Bloodborne to turn our health into Quicksilver bullets. Resting replenishes its charges. Oh, it has its own charges. Taking a moment to catch my breath here. Originally, this Tonto was used in a ritual offering to the dragon, in which an emblem would be cut from one's own life force and set adrift on the fountainhead waters. The blade is inscribed with its true name, Devoted Soul. That's pretty cool sounding. There could definitely be some spots where we just want to get more and more spirit emblems, more shadow rushes, more Akko's spirit fall. Ah, that feels good. We survived, took down the Shichimen Warrior. What a weird one. More of a shaman than a warrior, but I felt like there was one more piece of loot around here that I had sort of like registered, but I was in no mood to try to pick up. Scrap magnetite is good. Picking up a good amount of upgrade materials. We are so low on health, but we do have a sculptor's idol. That's what I was hoping for. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am going to take that. That is the easiest rest of my life. It is nice having 3 resurrections. It is, we haven't had to tap into it all yet, and it's gonna take some doing to actually end up with a situation. Ooh, that's a nice one. Bulging coin purse. I think those are 1,000, right? It's gonna take some work, right? To get into a situation where you can actually take advantage of all 3 of your reses. Oh, are you who I think you are? Aha! We've met you before. Hello, friend. Is he still talking about the shamisen? This has to be, what was his name? Jinzemon? Jinzemon? You know, my dude, when you are hearing things that nobody else does, not usually a great sign. Just saying. I'm gonna put my monocular back on the bar here. So he did say before, I think, that he patrols the moat, right? That is his job. So this makes sense that this is the moat down here. I guess. Although a moat is supposed to be like, it's supposed to be around the castle to protect from invasion, and maybe that's what this is, right? Maybe these caves are a way to invade, and they needed to fill them with water to create a moat. Looks like there's somebody else up here to talk to. Oh, is it this? It looks like the same lady that was our thank heavens friend.
Oh,
足名の底に行きたくば。
Oh,
わしのそこに来たくば。
Oh,
わしのそこに行きたくば。
Oh,
わしを呼んでおるのか。
Oh,
どうした。
Oh, 身投げをされるがよいじゃろう。あっちじゃ。足名の底はあっちじゃ。
Oh my gosh, we got to see up close the grin. I don't know if it's the same lady. I don't know if this is like, maybe she's part of a crew. She does look exactly like the lady that we saw before, though. Okay, cast yourself out, huh? Taking a leap of faith, huh? That was not what I was expecting to find. But it looks like maybe we've got another transition to another zone. Taking what did we there was I feel like we had some blurb before about taking a leap of faith. Was this one of the Was this the item that we picked up earlier? That note that was in I'm pressing the wrong buttons here. There was an item, the rotting prisoner's note? Yeah. Supposedly, the fragrant stone is enshrined in a village in the Ashina depths. But how to interpret throw oneself? I think I see what the interpretation is supposed to be. Throw oneself is how you get out of the painted world. At least the painted world of Ariamis. I mean, we're jumping in, right? There's nothing else to be done here. I think that's the end of the dungeon, so I guess let's see where this goes. There's a thing. There are plenty of places to grapple. That's what is down here. For some reason, I was expecting like a cutscene, or like, you know, we've had the elevator that took us to Senpo Temple. I was just expecting like a transition, I guess. But that is not quite what we're getting here. There is some exploration to be done on the way down, supposedly. So I don't know how many of these little grapple points I missed. Is it possible for us to climb out? Oh boy. Okay, it's one of the prisoners from before. One of the Undying that we've seen before. Some ash. It's less annoying if we can get the surprise on you. Just skip the death blow. It is nice that they drop pacifying agents, because it does seem like we're going to be needing quite a bit of that. So there's a way to go down there. There's a ledge up here. Okay. Is it possible for us to climb all the way out, I wonder? I feel like no. I'm guessing that they wouldn't let us just climb all the way out, because we fell quite a bit. Part of me wants to just go back up and fall again to see where I was totally not on the lookout for grappling hook spots in the dark. Doesn't seem to be any from here. I guess we'll just explore from here, though. The Ashina Depths. I had assumed that that was just going to be connected to the Sunken Valley, but this might be its own thing. I guess let's see what's down here. Another idol. We actually took fall damage there. Ashina Depths. It is its own zone. Look at that. Below the Sunken Valley, even. Not that that has anything to do with elevation, per se. Who knows what the order of the checkpoints here is supposed to signify, but another new zone. Look at this. Ashina Depths. How much you want to bet that's poison water? How much do you want to bet? Is that a cannon guy I see there as well? Take a look around here. We are not going to be exploring here, though. That is... it looks kind of like a cannon, but it also looks like it has several barrels. Is it a ginormous shotgun? I don't want to be on the receiving end of it, whatever it is. God damn, these huge statues. Some interesting locales that we are starting to open up. How do I get that loot? Probably jumping. Another thing that just I need to get used to in the game here is we're jumping all over the place. Huh. I wonder what would have happened if we'd have just kept falling all the way down. Should we find out? Maybe we'll find out. I have a feeling I would have just, well, let's find out real quick. Let's just, a little bit of silly science. I like to find these things out. A bottomless hole, though. Maybe we would just keep falling. All right, well, the dungeon so far has been about what I have expected. Not as bad as Irithyll dungeon was far worse. I will take the abandoned dungeon here any day. The warrior that we battled here with the terror was a bit of a headache, but not too bad. Just kind of time consuming, actually. Let's fall one more time here and just kind of see what happens. What happens if we just fall and fall and fall and fall and fall? Is it really a bottomless hole? Okay, that's what I thought would happen. We just respawn up here because in Sekiro you don't actually die when you fall. We've opened up a new zone though. All right, I wanted to quickly come over here and just double check to make sure that it does appear that our that Jinzemon is like we saw, he has moved on to a new spot in the game. But I was also curious. To check, and yeah, this guy is still here. So I think now this is essentially the last challenge that we have left in the castle. I think we have explored everywhere else. We've fully explored the dungeon, I want to say, and we've opened up. The dungeon is just as much of a transition to new zones as it is its own content. So why don't we give at least a few tries? I don't know that we're going to be beating this guy today, but I at least want to give a go and see if he has similar moves, and if he does, how similar they are to the guy that we fought before. I don't think we'll be needing either of those. Let's just take those off, and let's give a few tries here and see. I didn't get the opening death blow. It can seem so difficult to avoid his hits sometimes. Okay, hold on. Let's reset here. Let's reset really quickly. First of all, I didn't get the death blow. I did not get the death blow that I wanted, so we'll just quickly do the reset here. But also his moves are actually pretty similar to the guy that we fought before. So this is not the worst. And we are much more powered up than when we fought that first Longswordsman back at Hirata Estate. Man, the thing that I would love to be able to do, I was never able to do it against the first guy, and I don't think I've ever been able to do it, is use the shuriken while the enemy is actually in the air. We're going to take this off of here. I would love to be able to do it, but the muscle memory so far for me that has just stuck from the get-go is dodging. Whenever someone gets in the air, dodge, dodge. And it works okay, right? This guy, it's a little bit of a risky thing because you need to be careful not to dodge backwards. But if you dodge to the side, it's reasonable. But I feel that the shuriken would probably be a much better way to go. The question is, can I actually pull the trigger in the heat of combat? I don't know what I can do to get myself to do it, but it's so hard once you've wired in certain muscle memory. So hard to unwire it. There we go. I need to not get greedy there. It would also be helpful if I was not up against the wall here, because the camera gets so funky. See, that would be a great spot. Great spot for us to use the shuriken. Jesus Christ. Fuck. We're making okay headway, but I'm going to reset once more. Ooh, yes, shuriken. Shit. Got my posture broken. Okay. I still could not manage to pull the trigger with the shuriken when the guy's in the air. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to do it. There's some of those things that just get ingrained. But anyway, we are in a much better position in terms of a character. Our power level is so much better than when we first fought that Longswordsman at the 3-story pagoda. So we have a prayer bead. We got some magnetite. Good find. And this guy... we kind of know the moves as well, right? We've learned the moves to an extent. So that feels good that that was not a long ordeal like it was the first time around. And now we finally get to check down here and see there is a grapple point right there. And there might be more to the story. This also leads to the abandoned dungeon. So what is this item? The very first item... Actually, wasn't the very first, right? The letter. So technically the second item that we saw in the game. Scrap iron. Got it. Okay. There was also this thing over here that I remember seeing. I've taken my monocular off now. Time to bring back the most important of items, because I wanted to take a look. What was this thing? What in the heck is this supposed to be? Why is there... I thought this would be some sort of machine. I had seen this from below and I saw the ropes moving. And I thought that this would be some sort of, I don't know, device moving back and forth, but it looks just like... I don't know what. Why is this moving like this? Okay, moving right along. I guess let's see where this goes though. Where are we connecting to? Are we back where we've been? This feels like this is the chamber where we fought the warrior, but I'm not totally sure. I saw there was an enemy that was getting sight of us. Oh, it's just this guy here. Wait, it's geckos. Never mind. So a thing I have learned from reading tooltips is that geckos, the menu tooltips or the loading screen tooltips, you can actually, even when they've got sight of you or when they're already alerted to your presence, enemies that crawl on the ground. I wonder if this would apply to the bugs that were in the abandoned dungeon. But you can jump. You can jump and you get a plunging death blow or an in-the-air death blow. This must be a different spot. than where we fought that warrior. Okay. Except there's an idol over there. So maybe it's not a different spot. And we've been here, right? This is one we've... Yeah, this is the one. So it is the same place. I just did not explore up in this direction. I'm not even sure that I would have been able to. There is a grapple point there. Huh. I totally missed this. I suspect maybe it would have let me... It would have let me travel up here. And I would have just... I would not have been able to get the plunging death blow on our... On the Longswordsman. Just seeing if we missed anything else down here, but I think that is where we are going to wrap up this installment of Sekiro, because that was the objectives that I had in mind today. I wanted to explore the bottom of the castle, and I wanted to explore the dungeon, and I think we have done that now, and we have now opened up more. We have even more options at our disposal to where we are going to go next, and I will be thinking about this because we have both, I guess, a front entrance and maybe a back entrance to Senpo Temple. We might start here just because of the order of the idols, right? They've listed things. We've now, I think, essentially explored all of this. We've explored all of this. We have, I think, explored the entirety of the dungeon. And Hirata Estate as well. So now we have the temple, the Sunken Valley, and then this whole new place, Ashen Depths. Maybe these two are connected in some way. But that is going to be for next time. We will figure out where we're going to be going. Good times here in the dungeon. Like I said, not as hairy as I was afraid it might be. There were no pieces of loot that were screaming at us. That much is... I could at least take comfort in, even if the terror was still building up in certain ways and we had to make sure that we covered our rear. But we dealt with the Shichimen Warrior, if I remember that name correctly, and we dealt with a Longswordsman. It feels very good to be able to... We're feeling more comfortable with dealing with these tough enemies and dealing with the game's combat. I'm sure there are going to be some crazy challenges left, though, and I can't wait to see what is going to come next. Thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.